Bow ties. Cool, but difficult to tie.
Hey, I just watched your video. Thanks for the tip on vlogging. Hopefully mine will be less awkward today. Okay, so starting off, the difference between our views on the cat. I think you said that I look at it more as some important moral example, right and wrong sort of thing. That's equates to a difference between you and me, which is that I read into everything as though it has significance, even though it probably doesn't. But everything to me has significance. Kudos on convincing your teachers about being able to do calc but not chem. I personally preferred chem as science. Physics was fun, but the teacher was eh. I actually do kind of want to see that PowerPoint, by the way, the quantum physics one. On my talking points thing, I wrote down for my life evaluation, my life is beautiful, if interphasal, which is me taking my life and equating it to the life cycle of a cell. You know how most of that is spent in interphase. I'm sure you know that. I think I made up the word interphasal. Not sure. But it makes sense, so going with it. I feel like right now, everything's being set up. There are a lot of changes I'm looking forward to, but nothing's happening right now. I'm looking to the future because of all that. Like, I went to Westchester Honors interview. That seemed like something I was doing then, because I was doing it then, but I was doing it to set up the future. Everything's getting prepped, actually, rather than anything actually happening. I like my life. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I gotta say, it's fun to be alive. I almost said it's fun to be a bug. What? The next point on my talking point says I need to stop writing when I forget to pause white collar. I'm like 3 weeks behind on white collar. I was watching that when you uploaded your video, so I forgot to pause it to watch yours, and then I was inspired, so I wrote the talking points.
I would just like to point out, I'm wearing a tie.
And your question, which is what inspired me to continue doing this instead of watching white collar, which is just sitting there for me, was what subjects do I have passion for? What do I love to talk about? And, well, first of all, since it's peaking up, one of my passion subjects, t-shirts. I love my t-shirts. Subtle references to things I love that look to people who don't know them like an actual sort of business. Alright, for this, I went through comics for some of the recent number ones. Green Lantern number 1. Awesome. Flash 1. That's my favorite artist. FJM, Francis J. Manipal. Variant of Flash 1 by my second favorite artist. Justice League number 1, written by my favorite writer and done by one of the greatest comics artists of today. Funny, the backing board on this, which is used to add rigidity to help save comics, is an ad for Justice League number 1. Teen Titans number 1. Bart's my favorite. Flash. This is my 4th favorite series out right now. It's amazing. I love it. Green Lantern New Guardians. Action Comics number 1. I still have to smile whenever I say I have Action Comics number 1. You don't know this, but Action Comics number 1, back in 1938, if you can see the numbers, started superheroes. Action 1 variant. Justice League International number 1. I love JLI. Booster Gold is the Doctor of DC Comics. Speaking of the Doctor, I like how it went kind of black and white for some reason. And inside the TARDIS, my sonic screwdriver collection. Oh, yeah, another thing I'm passionate about. The Hectic Glow One of the things I'm mainly passionate about is talking about characters I've designed, stories I've written, like this character, art by my friend Stacy. She designed the character and gave this to me as a Christmas present. I wrote the character afterwards based upon what the image is, and I love it. I can talk for hours about who that guy is. Oh, she also did this art, which I love. Happy birthday. And this is getting really long, so right now I'm not entirely sure of how to end this, so I'm going to do it with product placement. I love that. And